actually spinning or performing the move around the circle. It's really important. And you want to be able to mark the center of the G-force. So the center here, I use a marker and just put like a small X over here. So that gives me a point of reference, which is the center of the hanging device. So the G-force, the center is going to be here. So as we get started, we're going to go into the Spider-Man pose, right? So the Spider-Man pose is, you want to place this part on your lower back, and just lean back, right? Lift yourself up, make sure you grab onto the strap with one leg or two legs like this, like Spider-Man, right? And let yourself hang. This is important because in the beginning, you're gonna feel disoriented because this is not a normal position that you're normally in. You're gonna feel the blood rush to your head, things like that. Might be a little hard to breathe if you're not normally upside down, which most people are not normally upside down. This is great also for like air yoga. That's another part of the G-force training. And you can do like a lot of back stretches, right? As you can see, really helps with flexibility. And right now, I'm just orientating myself so I can get used to it, used to being up and down again. Now, really important. So before we get started, right, you want to play around, get yourself oriented, right, around the center that we've marked. So we know there's a center, and we're sort of just like playing around it, getting used to it. One really important thing is that when we first start, so we're now in the center, we want to start a distance away. I would say like your arm's length away, right? Like this is my arm length right here. I want to be about an arm length away. So my hand position will be here. What that does, it will cause my body to be at a 45-degree angle. So what 45-degree angle means is that this is going to be a 45-degree angle right here. Not a 90-degree, right? 45-degree. That is the air flare standing. So once we're in a 45-degree, now we're able to practice along this area by doing some twists, right? Get your body a little loose, use the motions, right? Right now, we're not going to be worried about breathing. Right now, we're literally just going to try to throw our bodies across. So, since I go counterclockwise, I'm going to be throwing or whipping my right leg first, then my left leg, right? So it's going to be right leg, left leg. Right leg, left leg, right? And then it's going to be right leg, left leg, and then I'm going to get onto my left arm, like this. Because I don't need to throw over, right? So, in that same motion, we're gonna whip our right leg, left leg. We're gonna angle this left arm into a freeze position, so that we can get used to the kind of falling. The air flare essentially is like you're catching yourself while you fall on your opposite arm. So it's basically I'm whipping my right, left, throwing, and I'm falling, but then I'm supposed to catch with my right, right? Right. So to demonstrate that, I'm gonna right, left, catch my fall. Right. Right, left, throw, catch, right. So once we're at our 45-degree angle position and we want to whip over to perform one air flare, we need to whip both legs almost at the same time and lean off our left arm and throw our bodies and then catch with our right arm. right? So there's like 5 parts to this, but they almost go at the same time. So it's gonna be right leg, whip, left arm, lean, right arm catch, like that. That is the airflow. So in a quicker motion, the harder you whip in a circle, the easier it is for you to catch yourself, right? So for example, if I do right, left, lean, catch, right? You see how I throw myself over and catch. See that again? So right leg whip, left leg whip, right arm. When you're breathing, your breathing technique, you're not letting all your breath out, right? In the beginning, when you take a deep breath, you get a lot of air into your lungs. And as you breathe in and out, you're only exhaling a small breath. If you've ever taken any sort of boxing or any sort of martial arts, they teach you how to breathe, right? It's not like, right, all your air is being taken out, right? It's like, right? It's just like a short jet stream burst of air. When I throw my air flare, I let a bit of air out, right? It's almost like you're punching something, right? You're giving something force, and you're adding a breath to it. You're giving it a boost. So you can think of it that way. So as soon as I whip, and I'm pushing off my left arm here, I need to breathe out just slightly to give it a boost. So whip, and I go, catch, right? And when I catch on my right, I can breathe in just a little bit. Take a little breath. So it's like, so when I whip, breathe in right there. So breathe out, breathe in. But over time, it'll be a lot easier to train your breath and it moves synchronously. That is one of the hardest parts of maintaining power moves. Is like power moves in general is a combination of timing and breathing, and of course like being able to perform the move. So, but the timing of the breath and the move go hand in hand. So don't worry if you can't get the breathing techniques down. It'll just come over time with training.
So here we have a conditioning move originated by B-boy Guinho from Brazil, from Power Moves Science, the science of power moves. You want to do 10 leg kicks on each side. Try to get into a split position on each side. And now on your elbows, 10 on each side. What you want to do is do about 2 to 3 sets and 10 reps each on each side. Here we have another conditioning move originated by a lot of power move b-boys, but the person that I mainly seen do this is b-boy Marcio back in the day. He used to have a video of him stretching and freezing on a wall. So this exercise is actually very important for your shoulders and for balance in that flexed position. As you can see, you want to pike on both sides, left and right, and you can grab your foot, right, and alternate. Here, I'm going to show the same wall technique, but on your elbows as well. This is a little more advanced for those of you that can do elbow air flares and air flares and want to transition a little more easily, this is a great way to condition that, and also just to condition flexibility in general. I suggest doing 10 in one set, and you can do as many sets as you want. If you're starting out, try just doing 2 sets of 10 and just alternate from side to side. This technique for air flare training and power moves is pretty widely spread by B-boy Funt from Ukraine or Russia. He originated this box, air flare box technique, where you draw a box, right, and you want to be able to throw yourself in that box. So what's happening right now is that I'm basically throwing in one direction and then hopping and facing the total opposite direction. This is the air flare box technique by B-boy Funt from Power Moves Conspiracy. So here at another angle, we can see the box technique by B-boy Funt of Power Moves Conspiracy. I believe it's Ukraine and not Russia. I apologize for that. So what's happening here is that you want to create a box. You want to face one direction, and then when you hop over, you're going to face the total opposite direction. As you can see, so I'm facing the mirror. Now I'm facing the complete opposite direction. So once I start throwing, you can hop your legs up, right, to mimic the air flare as much as possible. So I suggest just doing 10 rounds, right, and then pausing, and then doing a few sets, right? This move is pretty common. You want to do a straddle split, and you want to do what's called a press up. It's a common gymnastics move. So you just press up into a handstand, and from here, I just dipped my legs, it's okay. Now you want to do leg twists. This will help your balance and build up the coordination for when you're whipping an air flare or doing, handstand twists, pirouettes, and things like that.